Last night, Premier Kenney announced some new regulations, some new changes in the rules regarding restrictions due to COVID-19. How does that affect the real estate market? And how will that affect you if you're looking to sell your home or even buy one? Well, I'm Glenn Heslop from Remax House of Real Estate. If you'll stay with me for the next few minutes, I'll walk through the changes and how it will affect you. And if you stay with me till the end, I'll go over some solutions that seem to be quite effective. Now, these restrictions that are announced are primarily in the Calgary Health Zone and the Edmonton Health Zone. These zones are greater than just the cities of Calgary and Edmonton. So the Calgary Health Zone is north and south of Calgary, east and west. The Edmonton Health Zone is north and south of Edmonton and primarily west of Edmonton. So there already have been some protocols in place in the real estate sector, protocols or restrictions since like March, April. And real estate is considered an essential service. So to be able to sell a home or buy a home is a basic need. So there's besides the restrictions we've been dealing with for about 8 months now, there's basically two restrictions that they've announced. The first one is open house. So open houses were already restricted to one family at a time with some contact tracing measures in place. So for now, open houses are just simply banned, as many non-scheduled activities are. And in person, the second change was in-person shows are now by appointment only, of course, but now limited to only 2 members of the same family at one time. So how does this affect you or market your home, for example? Well, public open houses and even realtor open houses are an important part of exposing property to the buying public. And to let buyers go through and give you some feedback, some public feedback as to how buyers are viewing the property. Well, then the question is there a workable solution? Well, the answer is yes. I've actually been implementing these solutions since the spring, and I've been finding them to be quite effective. So the first solution is a virtual tour. Now, if you've never seen one, you probably have seen Google Street View. So where you can, on Google Street View, you can click on a map, you can look at the houses and street just like you were there, and you can click at a spot further down the street, and your vantage point moves to that spot, and then you can turn around in all different directions, and on the screen you can look all around that street. Well, this is quite the same in that we scan the entire home, and there's a trail through the house where the interested parties can keep clicking and moving a little bit down the room, and they can turn around and up, look down, look side to side, look everywhere, and see the whole home. That's actually cool. Second solution is video. And so this is a little more of an artistic approach, but shooting lots of video from different points, different techniques through the home. And then these clips are edited both into shorter little video clips that compiled together, accentuating one particular feature or another, and a little mini movie, usually in the 4 to 6 minute range. Sometimes longer, sometimes a little shorter, depending on the home. And both of these, along with spectacular professional real estate photos, are then compiled and promoted online. Now, part of that is promoted by on the. So I will put up a sign with a handy little QR code, if you're familiar, so that buyers that have been scanning a neighborhood can simply scan the code with their phone, and it pops right up on the website for that home, and so there's the photos, and it gives them access to a virtual tour. And so with these methods, both with signage on the web, and then heavily promoted on social media, of different types of social media. Now, with people spending more time at home these days, more time on social media, so that's actually helping us. So I found these methods to be really effective, and actually more effective than the traditional open house in many cases. along with these new restrictions, there are some safety protocols. So if you're considering putting your home on the market, you're like, is it safe? So there's a protocol risk assessment for yourself, for your views of risk, and then the risk of the buyers that may come through. And then there's some processes to try to eliminate like minimal touch, virtual showings. So we do a virtual live showing when many of the agents are coming through and scanning the home with the camera live with their buyers before they actually bring the buyer to the home later. So that's it. That's the update on how these changes are affecting us in the real estate market, and more importantly, affecting you if you're looking to put your home on the market. It is looking like a good time. The market has been very, very active. Buyers are out buying homes. And so if you're considering putting your home on the market, I wouldn't let this slow you down. With some of these solutions that I mentioned that I've put in place, seem to be bridging the gap, and they actually even going further. So there you go. That's the update for tonight.